Well, are you gonna force choke anyone? Wow. That's not attractive. I hate those turtles. I love it when they do that. Ah. Turn normal. Stupid fool. I meant that in both ways. Fool and fool. No, stay on. Stay. Cassia.
The enemies here can be quite frightening, but you should watch the fools.
I'd rather blame the fools.
Now you're thinking.
I love that part. It's funny. I'd rather blame the fools. Blame those guys too, you know? Just never turn it on. What's that? Oh. It looked sort of like, whoa, that's kind of weird. It didn't look like, whoa, that's kind of weird, but, it looked like, wow, that's just strange, you know? Oh, did you see that? They like shrink. Just watch. Watch him. He's gonna shrink down and disappear. That's funny. Hey! I tried to flame you. I better go back and get some magic mushrooms. Alright, raise your hand if you like Star Wars. Wow, there's a lot of you. Just to make it a little more enjoyable, I'm gonna tell you a dream I had about Star Wars. What happened is, I was going into my history class, and, Count Dooku was there. Count Dooku was there.
Thank you for...
And, he was my science teacher. And I didn't, well, when I came in, he tried to attack, with his red lightsaber. And, so I took out my green lightsaber. And, his blade was way too long, my blade was way too short, so I said I'd fix them if he'd give them to me. And, I tried to. Ow! But his blade wouldn't adjust very well. I mean, my blade wouldn't adjust very well. So, I tried adjusting his blade, and my blade was getting shorter all the time. I don't know why. It was strange. So, my blade is getting short all the time, and it wouldn't adjust very well. And I had a sort of green pulsating light inside the white light. And so I tried to, I tried to adjust his, and it wasn't responding that very well either. And meanwhile, he put on a video about midichlorians, and that we could see, so we could learn about midichlorians and stuff like that. And all the while, under my desk, I was trying to fix the lightsabers, but they never would fix. And so finally, And then the next part of the dream is less funny, but I was at Disneyland and Star Tours have been turned into a kind of show. And so Star Tours was a new kind of show or something, and I was watching it, and they had TVs that showed what was going on inside. The show was like a fight taking place around a crashed Imperial starship between the Alliance and the Empire, and so there were TVs where you could see what was going on in case Luke went inside the starship or something like that. And so suddenly I found that I was inside the starship and I was hanging onto a metal beam near the top of it. And Luke Skywalker was hanging right below me. And then I was back in the stands again. I saw Splash Mountain, and then I went back in the stands again, and isn't that a beautiful view? So I just had to point that out. But, so yeah, then I found myself back in the stands again, and then, that's the dream ended. It was weird. So yeah. It was weird but fun. So yeah, that's pretty much my dream. It was a whole lot of fun. And there's nothing there. And so basically the end of my dream. I've had many more Star Wars dreams, but that's the one I remember very well. Ow! Yeah. And I'm having way too much fun to talk, really. I just had to tell you about that Star Wars dream. It was great. It was brilliant. I've never had a dream like it. Well, that's not true. I've had a more fun dream than that, but it's kind of weird, and you wouldn't really know why it's fun until you actually had a dream. But, what happened was, I was, okay, to understand this, you need to, like, Zoo Tycoon 2, Marine Mania expansion pack, you need to know about Spyro. You need to know about Aragon, and you need to know about, oh, gosh, what was the other, what do you call it? Spyro, Aragon, and Zoo Tycoon 2, Marine Mania.
Thanks, Spyro. I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate being trapped in
Crystal, yeah. Well, now you're out of it, whatever. So anyway, and I can't think of anything else that you really need to know for it. Maybe it'll come up later. Oh yeah, Harry Potter. So what was happening is, I was on an island that looked like the coastal biome from Zoo Tycoon 2 Marine Mania. And, but I knew it was Nasty's loot. I knew that was what it was. And then I also, and there were Death Eaters there, fighting, Death Eaters and a bunch of my friends, including me. And, some fighting, and, sometimes they would use the ancient language from Aragon to fight instead of using their wands. And so I hid in this corner behind some bushes because the battle was really raging and I didn't want to get hit or anything.